Well, it has been quite a journey since the last devlog. I smashed out the remaining content of the game, added a couple new mechanics, made so many more caves, had a beta period with some awesome folks on Discord, did tons of marketing and made a trailer, and then after 1.5 years of game development, my first game was released on Steam. Let's get into it. Since the last devlog, the first thing I did was add more depth levels to the game, instead of all the drilling and exploring occurring on just one map. Each depth level has its own theme and colouring to distinguish them from each other. I added depth passages that the player has to reach to traverse between the levels, as well as more resources both new and existing. I've always said that I was going to add journal logs to be found in caves, which would contain story elements as well as the fates of previous explorers. To facilitate this, I needed a way for the player to read these logs. So came the idea to introduce a PDA to the game. With the PDA, you can read the logs you have found, as well as some other helpful information, like mission summary and drill help pages. With this done, I started adding and remodeling loads of caves, with the focus of ensuring that each cave has a unique element or theme, such as this cave that resembles an oasis, or this one that is riddled with many different kinds of mushrooms. To these caves I added the aforementioned logs, as well as many different plants to be scanned. I also added some alien ruins to these caves, which are vital towards reaching the ending. And yes, at this point I have implemented the ending and how it works, but I won't delve into this to leave some mystery for you in the case that you haven't played the game. As well as the caves, I also gave the home base mechanics a lot of love. I added many different machines, more decorational items, and remodeled many of the existing furniture pieces. To the drill, I added 2 new tools. The first is this overdrive capability, which makes the drill faster in both movement and drilling speed for a short time. The second is the highly requested autopilot mode, which will autopilot the drill back to base. With all that ticked off the list, the game was done, and it was time to do auxiliary tasks, such as getting all the game's text translated into different languages, and adding Steam achievements. At this time, I also kicked off the game's beta, in which I had about 15 players on Discord, helping me find all the game's bugs and issues. I can only test the game so much by myself, with my narrow viewpoint on how the game should work. So it was invaluable to have this beta phase, and once again, a huge thanks to all those that participated. Once beta was completed, the finish line of the release date was not too far off, and I spent this time marketing the game, making a release trailer, and giving out lots of review keys. Then the big day swiftly approached, and on Friday, the 20th of October, after getting home from work and double, triple, and quadruple checking that the game still worked, I pressed the big green release button. I announced on Discord and Twitter that the game is released, with many people immediately buying and playing it, which was an amazing feeling to witness their excitement. After that, it was slow in the first couple of hours, but soon enough I was seeing many Steam reviews and feedback discussions pop up. Generally, people were enjoying the game, and no major bugs were being revealed. I went to bed that night with a big smile on my face, as I had finally done it. I had published a game on Steam. The next morning, I woke up to sale numbers that far exceeded my expectations. The game had a positive review score, and I was on Steam's front page new and trending. With all these players though, it was then inevitable that bugs were starting to be found. The major of which was this issue, caused by a number rounding error, which made it so that there was a rare chance that players couldn't mine on the second depth level. This was definitely game breaking for those players, so I fixed that ASAP. I fixed many other small bugs, as well as adding some small requests, like field of view and joystick dead zone adjustment sliders. As the weekend came to an end, the burst of activity around the game started slowing down, giving me time to read and consider the flurry of feedback and future content suggestions. Loads of players were passionate about the game, and their only major complaint was that they want more content, more reasons to dig and explore. I originally didn't intend to add post-release content, but I'm getting more and more inspired to do so based on all this feedback I'm getting. I have since been getting some ideas of what I could do to expand the game, which are both feasible and impactful. I am also super excited to start my next game, which I've been planning and brainstorming for quite a while now. I'll be sure to post updates when I'm ready to show off what I'm working on next. So subscribe so you don't miss out. If you are interested in playing the game, you can find it on Steam and itch.io, and feel free to join the Discord for any discussion on bugs, feedback, or just general chat. Well, I'll see you all next time, and trust me, no matter what I decide to do, there will be a next time.